They gonna go, yeah, I got some Indian in my family. Well, how we just gonna forget that? How we just gonna forget that?
I had one little, two little, three little Indian grandmas, but society keep killing them, telling me, I had one little, two little, three little Indian grandmas, but society
Your grandma told you. You got Indian in your family. Yay!
House in the building, fucking build, making my skin ain't black, what the deal, singing Luke, on my real shit, it's Aborigines, owners of the land, and every got tree, and every got see, invaders ever cross, step foot on the land, and you can step the fuck off, breathe, you can make a swing the sacred tomahawk, flick around with us with that black conscious dog, fake pics of slave ships, that's the reference, if we African, look, you gon' need more evidence, I'm American, Aboriginal, indigenous, your bogey DNA test, that this is rhetoric, stay woke, Aboriginal, get out, your civil rights acts, all you can eat, big out, the Stockholm Syndrome, make skits out. Phoenix Moon got the antidote, get that stage out. Meanwhile, I'm rapping about my birthright. Freestyle, teach each man, each woman, each child. Black races really Indians indeed now. Man, they indeed now. Hollywood, Title 18, G goes. Pilgrims get re-go with Phoenix and Beast Mode. Bringing my peoples out of the sleep mode. We ain't black, colors, Africans, or Negroes. But one little, two little, three little Indian grandmas, but society keep killing them, telling me,
What up, Pal Pan?
I had one little, two little, three little Indian.
On my chatterbox.
Killing them,
on my Cherokees. On my Pal Monkeys. On my Washingtons.
Halito. What's up, beloveds? What's happening with you? Everything healthy? What it look like? See who we got out there in the chat. What's happening, you beautiful ones? Let's see. Chakra King Black, Love Legacy. You know that's right, baby. Ain't nothing but a G thing. The Regulators Mount Up edition. Chris the God. Keith Miller, what's up, beloved? How are you, good brother? Kiawa. Renzo, what's happening, family? Albie, what's up, beloved? See, we got Akeem the Great. And Mike Prentice. What's happening, y'all beautiful ones? What's up, Triplet? I'll see you in the building. Hi, Orlando. What's up, beloved? Halito Kenneth. Fury Taino, what's up, baby? Hope everything's healthy. So we're going to get to it. So this nigga Roderick, let me tell y'all what this nigga trying to do. This is why I always come in the game telling it like what it really is like. You understand what I'm saying? This nigga brought my mother name up in the game and shit like there's supposed to be some type of shame or something. First of all, nigga, them is fighting words. I think y'all think that I'll be alone and shit like that. Y'all know I got mad brothers, right? I got mad motherfucking brothers. I got mad motherfucking cousins, mad uncles. Everybody's healthy, still alive, young. I got a son that's not even 30. This nigga Roderick, this shit is kind of pathetic. You see, they're really upset that, you know, I'm bringing this information out. Now, this is going to give people, like I said, an opportunity to understand how serious this shit really is. And at the point you bringing in my mom's in this situation, my moms don't be interacting. My moms ain't trying to make no fake motherfucking tribe either, right? No, that's not what happened. My parents' shit is squeaky clean and shit, and they upstanding citizens, and they down for us, and we down for them. My motherfucking mom's up is beyond me, you know. I think you want some problems and shit like that. Now you're going to have more problems than the problems that you think you already got. Like I said, you know, there's really kind of no turning back and shit like that. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of games that's being played, but you know, I'm all about this type of shit. I want y'all to hold on 1 second. Let me take this call. Hold on 1 second. This might be one of the receipts. Hold on. Yeah, so, this the type of shit it's hitting for. These are the type of dudes you playing with. Um, but at the end of the day, you brought my mother into it, Roderick. What do my mother got to do with the 300 and something tribal members that you said you took from Chief Warhorse? My mother ain't have nothing to do with it. You didn't offer her or my father any position. Why would you bring something that you thought was going to bother me, into this lane? Like, you can't keep a straight face, my nigga. Like, I don't understand what it is. What's up, Danielle? I don't understand what it is that, you feel the need to, like, not even have any type of remorse, like y'all doing something right. First of all, let me just show y'all a little something. Let me just show y'all some of this shit right here. It's the type of time these people be on. And I could do a screen share here. Give me a second. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Let me show y'all this bullshit type of time these niggas is on. Let me see something here. Been a while since I did this. Screen share. Okay. Let me let y'all see this type of clown shit. Y'all can see that? Let me see. Look at this shit right here. So here you have the Chachauma, whatever the fuck they call this, Chapatula's nation, right? Look at this type of shit. Let's just take a stroll on through. I want y'all to see what time it is with these bozos. Look at this right here. Had a conversation with my cousin today about vaccines, blah, 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 blah. Introducing the Chachauma Chapatulas, and they have this here. We are here if you thought it was a game before, like whatever the fuck that means. But let's just take a look at it. Let's see what these little doggies got going on. See what these niggas is hitting for. Let me just show y'all. This state page right here. Now, mind you, let me also show you. Let me do this first. Just so y'all think. They got Indian law resource center up here. Right? Let me show y'all this nutty buddy shit these people got going on. They swear they got Indian law down pat, but these niggas is outside of the United States. So I don't even know what it is they talking about. Page. Let's go down here. Let me just show y'all these stupid niggas right here. Let me show y'all something real quick. This poor guy. This poor schmuck right here. This guy, Ferdinand Blanche. This is their stuttering spokesperson. This is the type of shit they got going on right here. Let's get rid of that. This poor guy keeps getting locked up. Let me just show y'all this right here. I just want to show y'all something. Let's keep scrolling. All right, let's see. I want y'all to check this out. Did I pass it already? No, I didn't pass it yet. Oh, here we go. This is it. Introducing Grant Candies, owner of real estate located near Singletary Road, Pearl River, Louisiana. The Chachauma Nation of Louisiana has filed notice of intent to lien and sue St. Tammany Parish Officer Grant Candies for making traffic stop under color of law and violently assaulting and arresting tribal member. Officer Grant Candies forced the tribal member to get out of his property without cause. So I guess it's Candace because the name changes here. They don't really spell very well and they're not really that bright. So, y'all can see this. Let me see. Okay, I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. I see y'all say that it's buffering. Is that better now? Hit that one if y'all can see what I'm talking about. If y'all can hear me, drop the one in the chat. Drop the one in the chat. All right, I want to know, drop a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Drop a one in the chat if y'all can hear what I'm saying. Let me see. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I want to see if y'all are able to hear me. Let me know if the sound is right. Let's see. Drop that one if the sound is right. I know the people are saying that it's buffering. Let me see what y'all got going on. Okay. Let's see, it's buffering really badly. Let me see if I can do something about it. Let me know if y'all can hear me, y'all. I need y'all to drop a one in the chat. I ain't able to see that. It even look like the chat froze. See what's going on. Okay. All right, good. Okay, here y'all go. All right, let's get back to this right here. Okay. Let's finish checking this shit out. Okay, so look. Let's see. Boom. Okay, so this is Grant Candies. I don't know, they altered the name. Sounded a little different. They spell it different here. They go from Grant Candies to Officer Candace. And another officer tasered and dragged the subject out of the car and tased him further. Let's see. Tribes across the state are now learning the lawful methods of protecting their tribal members against police abuse of power. The messages to law enforcement and the state is clear. Change those corrupt policies or suffer under Article 3, constitutional law, common law, federal law, and international law. Police policy allowing the use of color of law tactics to oppress must end, or officers will be leaned in suit. Okay, this sounds really good, but it is absolutely not how it goes. Okay? Not quite like this. These motherfuckers are belligerent and retarded. Okay, so now they say that this is a tribe. All right, let's just see how. Let's just see. Okay, let's go right here. This is where's that business page? receipts here. Let's get some receipts here. Where is? Ta-da! Here we go. This is BizPedia. You see this shit right here? Non-profit corporation. Profit corporation. What is tribal about this shit? What is tribal about this shit? Y'all gonna have to help me with that. Look at this shit. This is where they're operating out of. These are the company contacts. You recognize any of these names? Do you recognize any of these names? I'm having a hard time here. Any of y'all recognize any of these names? Does this look like Gaynell Neville, Lyrica Neville? Does this look like anybody familiar that you're used to these names? Right? Of course not. Of course not. But this is your Chakcha Chapatulas Nation. This is who these people are. This is what they got going on. A nonprofit organization. Corporation, excuse me. Let me make it bigger. Non-profit. I just made it bigger. I think it's a little delayed. Non-profit corporation filed June 27, 2019. The company's filing status is listed as active and its file number is 43515-305 and is in Nancy. I think it's delayed. Okay, I'm not really sure why the vision is blurry. I don't really know why it's blurry. This is what I'm gonna do. I'll refresh the page. See if y'all can see a little better. I just refreshed it. Hold on, let me stop this and I'll start it again. Let me try it again. Is that better? What's up, Royal Title Zion? What's happening, beloved? Okay, so do y'all see this now? Are y'all able to see this well? Is it clear? Okay, so this is a non-profit corporation out of Slidell, Louisiana. The Chapatulas Nation is a Louisiana non-profit corporation filed on June 27. Tell me what tribe are y'all talking about? What tribe? The company has 4 principals on record. The principals are Wishi Opaluxi from Slidell, Louisiana, Okatushkaluxi from Slidell, Shakoba Atukchayaluxi from Slidell, and Umbunku. Ain't that the name from the nigga in what's that Wakanda, that Black Panther? Wasn't his name Umbuku? This is what they got going on. It's a company name. This is not a tribe. This is not a tribe. So they taking your money for a nonprofit organization. Do y'all see what's going on? These are your folks. These motherfucking folks that been out here fucking around with the fuck around. This is Roderick and Gaynell. Let's see what Chata Oakla's up to. Let's see what they got going on. Okla, something like that. Oh, Oakland Chata clan of California. Don't see none of these niggas here. Where's Wild Fox and all of them? Where's their little clue at? Chata Okla. Oh shit. This is somebody else. This has absolutely nothing to do with those guys. Huh. She has absolutely nothing. This has absolutely nothing to do with those guys. Let me check some shit out. So, what is it exactly that these people were subscribing to? Is anybody aware of what it is that they were subscribing to? I'm trying to figure out what the hell kind of tribe is this? Has anybody investigated what this is about? Has anybody took their time to go to the state of Louisiana or St. Tammany's Parish or the Secretary of State to see what it is we're talking about? I'm not understanding that. Hold on, I had to give Renzo that wrench. That's a different handle. You know, Dominique the Kid, that is a wonderful question. I would very much so like someone to answer that. Can somebody please help me out with that? Help me out with that. I'm having a hard time. Give me 1 second here. I got Chief Warhorse coming in. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so we're going to have the beloved Chief Warhorse with us shortly. Yeah, she'll be here. So, I want to know what type of time these people is on. I know Ubuntu. I'm just rolling off of that. Are y'all familiar with any of these names? Any of these people? Like, did y'all, how does this work? I'm having a hard time figuring this out. This is what the tribe. Let me pull that up for y'all again. Let me pull that up. Let me just make sure y'all got a full view of this that they got. This is what they got going on. 1 second here. Let me pull this up. So now I'm looking to see what's that Skyhand and them got something going on. What's that Chata Okla? Let's see what that's about. Okay, Chata Okla. Hey, there go Linda right there. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what this is about right here. Okay. Now, this is Linda's tribe. Y'all looking? Can y'all see? Let's see what we got going on here. This is Linda's tribe right here. Let's see what they got going on. We got different tribes. Everybody got a tribe. Tribe. Everybody got a tribe. This is what's going on here. Let's see what Linda's got on her page. Chata Okla tribe of the Bayou Lacombe. Well, didn't we hear last night from the people of the Lacombe that don't, know anything about this tribe? They don't know anything about this tribe. They don't know anything about this tribe. Let's see what's going on here. Look at this. Look at this. This nigga here, Adrian Dunham. This nigga has to take medication. Listen to this shit. Listen to this fool. Look at this. This man is on medication, and he had to take medication in order to keep his job at the fire department. Do y'all remember back in the final battle days when the Native Americans had called his job and he was out on leave from his job as a result of his activities on Facebook and interactions with the Native Americans in that group and the Pan-Africans? He was given an ultimatum by the fire department, and he lives in Columbus, Georgia. Columbus, Georgia really isn't that. Columbus, Georgia really isn't that, you know, there's not a lot going on in Columbus, Georgia. Okay. But this brother right here, they also call him Ad. This is Adrian Dunham right here. Now, this man is also my height. I'm about 5'2". He's about 5 feet, nothing. Okay. Standing on his tippy toes. All right. This man, he's been in every school of thought. He's also a Mason. He wears dashikis, he wears fezzes, and he also wears feathers, and he talks in third person. And he has the Napoleon man's complex. He is very angry and hostile towards women. From the last I checked, he did live with his mother. And I don't want to say that like that's a bad thing, but this nigga act like he hot shit and he ain't really nothing but a cool fart. He sounds like he's a little slow. Hold up. I want to make sure I can. Listen to this shit. Are y'all able to hear this? I don't know if you guys are able to hear it. I can't really listen to him long. Okay. I can't really listen to the nigga long. I really just wanted y'all to get a look and see what's up with these tribes. All right. So I want to look up this particular. Let's see. Now this is Chata Ogla tribe. Let's see, of the Bayou Lacombe. Okay, so they don't have anything here for the Chata Ogla people that associates them with Linda. There's nothing here that indicates that Linda has anything to do with this tribe, Linda or Wild Fox. So I'm trying to have an understanding here what's really going on with these people. How come nobody did their due diligence to see what was going on with this particular band of Dacoits? Okay. Now this video here was a couple of months ago. It says about 2 months ago. That video that I was just playing with this fool on there. Let me see. So there's really like nothing going on here that is legitimate that you can see. Okay. These Chapatula people here, let me just show y'all this one last thing real quick. Their website is down. They have no website, but then you got this buster right here, Cheeto Pop. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. And this is why they had people gassed up, because someone at this radio station happened to have some kind of pull. Let me show this right here. Hold on. They had some kind of way that they were able to get to this radio station here. So this is like their corny ass proclamation day. I want you guys to pay attention to this. Okay. Okay. So apparently, I think that's better. So apparently when I do this through the Hangouts, you guys are unable to hear me, or it lags quite a bit. Check out these people's Facebook pages. I'm going to drop the links in there. Let me know if you guys can hear me now. I know that it was buffering and you were unable to see this this dude here. And you're really not missing nothing, but just press 1 if you can hear what I'm saying. So you guys weren't able to hear him. That's right, love. He looks crazy. Are you guys able to hear me? Drop that 1 in the chat so I can just make sure at least that's going good. Because it looks like when I do the screen share that it slows up and it begins to buffer. So you guys couldn't hear him, but I want to make sure that you guys are able to hear me. Are you guys able to hear me? I just want to make sure. So you guys can't hear him, but you guys are able to hear me. Is that correct? Are you guys able to hear me? I'm aware that you can't hear him, but can you guys hear me is what I'm asking. Let me see what's going on. Okay. Chief, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Halito. So I just tried to give him a little background. Unfortunately, they are unable to hear Wild Fox ad, but I definitely wanted them to take a look at his face and see what he looks like. But definitely, ladies and gentlemen, we got Chief War Horseback, warm and cozy introduction. We love having you here, Chief. Thank you very much.
Sounds a little blurry on my end. You're not coming out clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well. Just want to make sure that everybody else is able to hear Chief.
Okay. You can hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I was looking at the video while you had it up there. Every time I see them people, it make my stomach upset. Because they playing this game in the media. I don't even know the man's face that you just had up there. Okay. These people are pretending that they from Bayou Lacombe and they're part of this tribe, that they can take people in from anywhere. That is not what a real tribe is. That is not what our tribe have been. We are a blood tribe. These people are not even kin to us. Okay. This is a game they've been playing for a long time. And the reason we bringing it like this to YouTube is so that we can get people to understand that I don't know these people. Last night on the show, we had a gentleman that was born and raised, went to school in Lacombe and raised there. He don't know these people. Where did they come from? Who are these people? You know, all of a sudden we got the Pan-African Moors, Yamasee, Washita takeover look like that they're trying. You have Roderick, who is the mastermind behind bringing all these people together. We don't know these people. Like I said, we're going to go back and talk about what we were talking about last night, the Creole community. I've gotten a lot of calls. That's why we back on here again today and got some messages from family members. Last night you had a gentleman on there who says, my mom come out of the Creole community up the bayou. My dad come from down the bayou in Bonfacon. He explained to you all there's a difference. He explained to you all about Miriam being out of the Creole society. Her dad was the leader of the Creole community until 2007. As I said on some other shows, he decided to take advantage of us as Indians and jump up and get him a charter for Bayou Lacombe Choctaw. Okay? Now, does that make them a tribe? Does that make them fit the criteria of a tribe? No, because they have not pre-existed as a tribe. They pre-existed as a community of Creole society. Okay? So Roderick, who lived in New Orleans, who were not a part of Lacombe living there, he didn't link up with these people. Then he didn't link up with the lenders that come out of Michigan. And then he didn't link up with this man, Ed, whoever the heck he is. And all these other people and creating a fake tribe, fake history. Everybody know that the Nevilles only came to the North Show after I asked Cyril Neville to be the ambassador. Prior to that, they were singing about Jamaica and Africa. While we're doing this, if you got a way of doing it, could you go pull up two of Cyril's songs? That's My Blood down there. Let's see if that's an Indian song. Type it in and let's see what it play. Could you do that, Benny?
What's the name of it?
That's My Blood down there. By Cyril Neville. Let's see if he's singing about Indian.
Okay. That cool cut.
That's My Blood down there by Cyril Neville. I think if you type in Tribe 13, because that's what they were calling themselves when they came by me. They got a music group called Tribe 13, Cyril Neville. And you'll pull up some of his music. While you're looking for them, I'm telling you, they wasn't going by tribal nothing. They had an entertainment group called Tribe 13. That was like they a band singing songs. They wasn't no chopper nobody. Okay? And even if Cyril was kin to me, that wouldn't make his wife be a chief of a tribe or queen of a nation. People got to stop and think about just that. I did not ask his wife to be the ambassador. I asked him to be the ambassador because he was a music family from Louisiana. So did he sing music from the tribes? No. So he wasn't asked because of that. He was asked because he was one of the legendary family members of the Louisiana area. And I did use the word was, because our people now trying to figure out what's wrong with this man. Did you find the song yet? Let me see, can I get it on another phone? Hold tight. Y'all can be talking. Let me pull it up and I'll send you the link.
Okay, what's the name of it? I pulled up a couple of them. I got it. Okay. Now this here, the link that I have is from 1991. Let me see. This is the Looks like it's the other. Give me 1 second. Is this it, Chief? This is Mother Africa. This is their song. Oh, wow.
That's it. That's it. Mother Africa.
Wow. Okay, well, I think we've heard enough. That's their blood down there in Africa. Okay, Mr. Neville, and now he is a red chief of an Indian nation, huh? That's a non-profit organization.
So let's look at it this way. He should have been singing. That was in 1974, look like it says on his thing. You know, that song about Africa. Okay, so in 74, he didn't know he was an Indian. Okay. So all of a sudden now, you know you're an Indian from New Orleans? No. You see a way to take an advantage of somebody else's culture. Go back and look at any of the pictures of Cyril Neville. See, was he dressing with a choker from Indian, or was he dressing with a neck choker from Africa? Let's look at him. Let's see how much he knew himself. Let's look at Gaynell's style. Go back and look on their pages. Look at Linda's style. These people reflected nothing of native. Like I said last night, Roderick, when he first came by us, he was wearing dashikis. Okay? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So here we got people wearing dashikis, singing "They Blood Is Down in Africa," dealing with more Jamaican music and African music. I have not heard them put a real Indian song. They out there singing a song that the Maskin Indians, they hold that as part of their treasure of the Maskin Indians, Indian Red. That's not a Shatta song. That's not a song from here. That was a song the Maskin Indians have. That was part of their entertainment. Gaynell got people all around the country talking about they singing the Indian prayer, which was a Maskin Indian song. Don't get me wrong. When they came by me, they sung that song. But we know that that was the closest they can get to singing about Indian pride. Is what they do in masking. Have no problem with that. A lot of maskers do not agree with what Roderick is doing. They don't agree with Gaynell trying to go around and teach people to sing Indian Red as if that was some sacred song for the Indian tribes here. So they taking stuff from people on the internet. They're taking stuff from the masking Indian tradition that they have over there. They're mixing it with things that they learned when they came around us. These people weren't talking about no halato or none of this when I met them. Matter of fact, Gaynell main word was Ashe. Is that not an African word? See? So these people can switch, you know, quicker than a butterfly. Because at least a butterfly has to go into a cocoon for a while. They don't even go in a cocoon. They more like they go into the phone booth one thing and come out the next. They Superman and Superwoman. They transforms before your eyes into another culture. They think they're going to get money off the censors. When they find out they're not going to get any money off the censors, let's see how many of them is going to continue. Because being an Indian in dark skin means spending money, not getting money. It means you take out of your household to fight for your people. You cut yourself short to fight for your people. These people are looking for something to be given to them for free. We're going to deal with the word Creole. We talked about it last night. We had a gentleman on there that says, my mom is Creole. She come from up the bayou. My dad, he's Indian. He come from down the bayou. Roderick and them came into a very small area that they think they can predict the way we think or how we used to live or how we still live. The Creole community was a small society up the bayou. Peter Kuzan became the leader of the Creole Society. He used to do TV shows on late night about the Creole community. The Creoles did not have an association, Roderick, with the Indian community too much. Normally when an Indian married one of the Creoles, they end up going into another area to live. They wasn't living up the bayou anymore. And I can go through a series of these. There's a film that was done showing the diversity called Waterway to Railway. Things we're gonna try to see about showing that a little bit because I have a copy of it. Okay. It goes telling you about the white people that lived in Bonfaka and Macomb, the Indians that lived there, the community. Okay? And it doesn't mention an African American community in this particular thing because the earlier history had no African American history. Okay? So it tells you about this history of the Creole community, Indian community, the white community from waterway to railway. That means from before there was a railroad, there were people there of color with two different groups. Your Creoles, the word Creole, then start to transform it and being misinterpreted over each generation. It starts out with Father Roquette using the word Creole to describe himself when he refused to become a citizen of the United States, when the United States brought us in by decree. Are y'all with me? But when they brought us in by decree, that means that the United States had then took over our area, which was not a part of the Louisiana Purchase. So you have to give in your citizenship. That be if you Indian or if you was French or Spanish or German, you would have to submit, or even you had Irish people, you had Italian people living there from Sicilians, okay, which would be your darker Italians. These people had to give a pledge to America and take a pledge of oath to become a citizen of the United States. They did not want to become a citizen of the United States. People like Father Roquette, whose father was from France, they decided that he would be declared, and he called himself a Creole. Are you with me, Phoenix? That's the first level of Creole in Louisiana. Will be the firstborns on these soils. Before they would say they was an American, they would classify themselves as a Creole. First way of being a Creole. As time went on, then you end up, Creoles didn't want to be with people of color, people of African descent or Indian descent. So they wanted to live within their own society. So now we got a thing called a Creole society. Okay? If you there, Phoenix, and you got your computer, type up New Orleans Creole Society, please.
One moment. Okay, so we have Creole Society and Culture, American Society. You have Kate Chopin talking about Creoles.
Okay, so we know Creole is a society. I think you might have to put Creole Society, New Orleans, 1700, and then you'll get a little closer.
Black Creoles in New Orleans?
Yeah.
1700 to 1971.
Okay. Did you heard that? That was a society. Now you said it went from the 1700 to 1971, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That means they were segregated from people of color by law, they law. All that time. Do people notice in other states that there was a group of people of color that did not associate with other people of color? From the 1700s to 1971, they could not marry anyone darker than a paper bag. They brought about the paper bag law, the hair comb law. They was more prejudiced than some white folks. And I'm not saying this to be cruel, but there it is. Do you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
People need to go research this, because in Louisiana, there's a group of people, it wasn't until after 1971, and still, some of them still living today, that carries that stigma of being different. So Creoles, everybody in Louisiana is not a Creole. Can we get the public to understand that? And the Creole Society was about keeping people staying within a color. A lot of people would just marry right there, over and over, okay? So that they would not bring darkness to their family. Anyone listening at me now that come out of a Creole community, you know that in Louisiana. Now, that is the, I want you to put that marker because we want people to go pull that up, okay? So that'll be the Creole Society from the 1700s to 1971. Everybody need to read that. We're fixing to really learn Louisiana because Louisiana different from other states. Can you see that, Phoenix? Those Creoles were able to own slaves. Now we getting mad about the white man with slavery. What you think about New Orleans and all these areas who had Creoles with slaves? Are y'all hearing me? Did y'all know that there was a group of black people that owned slaves? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Now, those people have children. The Frenchmen had children with Creole women, Indian women, and slave women. The children may have the same last name, but come from a different maternal side. Are y'all with me? So, here we got these Creoles now, like Miriam and them, who daddy was a part of the Creole Society. Now they say they're Indians by 2007. Reason why? Because the Creole Society began to deteriorate with the Pan-African movements and the Afro-American movements. During the Civil Rights Movement, they had to kind of figure out another way to go because it was no more just catered to the white man, so we be on that side. Now, black people are being able to get jobs that they couldn't have that maybe a Creole could get. So now the Creoles got to migrate back in to society somewhere. And some of them didn't. Some tried, some didn't. It wasn't until, I'll say, the 80s and the 90s that you start seeing a lot of intermingling of the Creole community with other people of color. But we want to just stop on what the white people did. We're not looking at the unique history of Louisiana, the Louisiana we know today, the Louisiana before it was Louisiana, when it was West Florida. When normally a Creole woman would become a mistress to a French man or some other ethnicity, as long as he was light skinned. We're not looking at the debutante balls and what the debutante was for, and why did they bring their young daughters out at 15 and 16 years old to present them into the debutante. That was Creole society did that. Creole society. So they could offer their daughters up for a purse, which means that man would have to have something to give to her father before he can get the daughter. What does that sound like to you, Phoenix?
Prostitution, it sounds very uncomfortable.
These are things that people like Sister Henrietta DeLear went to be a nun so she didn't have to be subjected to that lifestyle. Okay? These are things you can look up. Everybody want to study the Indian history. Let's study Louisiana history of the different ethnicities that live there. Okay, then you got another set of Creoles. It is the Haitian Creoles that came to Louisiana. Type in Dominican Republic rebel, and you will find out that a lot of people came from there to Louisiana. So there come another kind of Creole. Now those are darker color. They came here classifying themselves as Creole. Are you with me? Now those two sets of Creoles was not together, and their way of calling themselves a Creole is not the same. Okay? So we got two groups of people right there, has nothing to do with each other. And the ones that was the fair complected from the French Creole descent was not a part of being with those who was the Haiti so-called Creole descent. Both of them married into the Indian community. Both. But both of them had people who married. Our people. We're not talking about that in history. We want to just talk about the white man, the black man, and the red man. Diversity within the community of color. There was a class system. Okay? And if you would look into the Louisiana, type in Louisiana class system. If y'all hear me, and tell me what you see. Are you getting it? Okay. Time it. Let you do it the best you can, baby. See, we got to look at the difference, Phoenix, of the area. We cannot associate it with Carolina history or none of these places history. Below the 31st parallel, the history gets kind of flaky. But when you get into what was known as Louisiana, it gets really flaky.
Yes.
And I think people need to know these things. It's not important what
Place and case in the United States. Let's see.
What you got?
And this is from Loyola University. I'm trying to do it and see if I can find something on the case system.
See, Louisiana history is not being taught where people can, really in Louisiana, people don't even know the history themselves, a lot of them. They make you study everywhere else, but not your own history. So people need to start studying that. And people like AD wouldn't even been able to be allowed into certain parts of Lacombe, because I'm looking at your complexion, brother. You wouldn't even been allowed. And they need to talk to Miriam while she's there with them. Miriam, tell these people the truth. Please, tell them the truth. You know, your daddy is gone now. Rest his soul. But you need not to let your daddy name have to come out for what he really was. And you know y'all were Creoles. Leave his legacy the way he left it, unfinished. Because if the whole story got to come out, I'll pull through every media they have to come up with the history on your daddy doing these Creole shows. They are out there. He did so many. Miriam, give him your daddy's book that he wrote. Let him read what your daddy felt about the Indian community. See, you know, these other people can get on here and talk about whatever they want. They don't know our history. I'm asking Miriam to do it because she know her history. She know it. Karen, you got that museum. Talking about there's a Bayou Lacombe Indian Museum. That museum was started in the first white school in Lacombe that is not even nowhere near a place for Indian history to be anyway. You over there still trying to please these white folks with our history and make yourself look important. That is not no Indian museum in Lacombe. Okay, Phoenix? And you can put that out there. That is some white folks that cornered a lot of people out their stuff. Talking about they were putting together a Lacombe museum. And if you look it up, you can pull a lawsuit up where the people sued a guy by the name of Tom Akeland because he took the stuff. He ended up with all the stuff that people donated to go in the museum. So it's been a controversial thing around the museum and Peter Kuzan and Tom Akeland for a long time. A long time. Now, we need to do an interview in Lacombe. Phoenix, I've invited you down to go see stuff for yourself. And I really do want you to go. And I really want to bring you to Lacombe. I want you to go talk to the people for yourself. You know, I don't want to just let's do this on here. Let's come and see.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to the people. And they're gonna, you know, we're gonna bring these pictures of these ADADs and Charles Hendersons. And we're gonna ask young and old people, do they know these people? And where do they know them from? And do they know the Rodricks and the Lindas? And where do they know them from? When did they meet these people? Then you're gonna know they are not Bayou Lacombe. Nothing. They come to fraud Lacombe. And the gentleman told you last night, he's not gonna accept nobody fraud in his family. Is that not what he said? So these people think that either we country bumpkins or we stupid. If you think you're gonna come down south, come to our area and play your scam on our people. And I want Hemock, who I know you listen to these shows, looking like a little troll wearing some jeans. Bring your troll looking behind on down here. I keep asking you, why are you hiding behind women? You and Roderick. And bring your little red chief with you. Chief of an organization that's a nonprofit. Tell me what you ever done for Lacombe, any of y'all. Tell me what you ever done for St. Tammany, any of y'all. You never done nothing. You come to steal. You come to create lies and division, and it didn't work. What you did, interviewed the Creoles about being an Indian, and did they want to be with Chief Warhorse? No, they don't want to be with Chief Warhorse, and Chief Warhorse don't want them, because they're not my Indians. And if you got 600 people, it's not mine. If you have 300 people, it's not mine. Where did you get these people from? Tell the people where they come from. Oh, you got the little lady, Beanie Meanie, or whatever her name is, with that buffalo on her, at the Maskin tribe that you have. You have people like Ansel Augustine. That's not our people. But y'all did good on trying to match up names. You know we got some Augustines in Lacombe, so you're going to go get you an Augustine. That's not our Augustine. Roderick, the world getting to see you. You wanted to be known. We helping you to be known for what you do. conniving, a hiding buck in the woods, sending women out, attacking women, calling women out of their name. Somebody something what you said about Phoenix mom. You a low blow when you go to attacking somebody else's mother. Low blow, brother. Nobody ever said anything about your mama. I think Linda is a pretty nice lady. She should have went fishing when she made you. She came out better. But Linda is a pretty decent lady to say she have a scum for a son. Your mom have a name too, Linda. And Linda need to come get you before people start pulling your junk up. So this fight is not about you trying to discredit Phoenix mom or none of this. You can get off of that. You're good at sidetracking stuff. You're like a third grader talking about people, parents and all this stupid stuff. Stick to the topic. Reach down in your bald head and find your brain and use it. Attacking somebody's mother is not all that smart, brother. You ain't about a big bully. We're going to let the world see you for who you are. Keep talking. People see you. I've been getting calls from all over. I heard you was in Facebook jail, so you didn't get to hear the other day. You got people on your page. I left a message for you on the last recording and the other one before. You need to clean your page up. Them are not your people on your page. Those are people who you requested friendship off of other people's pages. And they looking at you. And they wondering, where in the world did you come from and what is your mission? You're the one is got a fake tribe. You're the one that's a fake whatever in that tribe. Linda is the one that's a fake chief. That's what's fake. Get off of worrying about somebody else's mama. Let's get back to the topic. How y'all are scamming people and how y'all are under an investigation. You remember y'all used to tell people I was under investigation. That's what people told me. I didn't even know I was supposed to have been under one. I was supposed to have been under investigation by FEMA. I didn't know I was supposed to have been under one. I'm letting you know. You see your fake people going to jail. And they got to go to court. And you playing it out in the public makes it even better because the public get to see this whole thing. We're going to play it out in the public. You're going around threatening people. You know, you need to get yourself together, brother. When you come down and visit with us, you ain't say much of nothing. Sit in the corner, stand at the back wall, or stay outside. You came in sneaky and conniving. You asked me to do a show with you, I did it. You try to use that to get yourself seen. You've been riding my back, you and Linda and Gaynell and them calling people, I'm Chief Warhorse's cousin. Well, why in the heck, if I'm doing so bad, why are y'all saddling me up to ride? Now I'm bucking your behind off because I found out you've been using my name going around the country. I'm Chief Warhorse's cousin. Then when you get with people, they say the next thing you do when you think you got your foot in the door, you want to try to discredit me. Where could I Google anything about you that you have done to contribute to society? I was out here fighting for Indians of color when your behind was out there marching with some bees for parades. I have a track record to fight for where I'm at. I see more black people to my day Indians now. I don't even know where they all coming from. Because at one time you couldn't find a picture on the internet of a black Indian. You didn't see all these tribes running around. Stop and think, Phoenix. None of this stuff started until Chief Warhorse's name got out there. Now here Roderick come. You had black Indians on the East Coast fighting for their rights. I have a professor friend that was helping up there in Rhode Island when he was up there working. I was down here in Louisiana. Now in between that, you ain't have nothing unless you go to Oklahoma and they still fighting. But you all gonna wake up from your dream of being a Moore, a Washita, and all of this and waiting on spaceships in 2012. And now you're gonna try to take everybody else's identity and bypass, and you're going to put culture together. Brother, you ain't put yourself together good. Let alone trying to put together something with a fake nation. You told people you had took over this tribe. Again, you were stupid. We sit back and watch you to see how far your greedy behind was going to go and what was you after. Come on, let's me and you and Linda go walk Lacombe. Come on down. Let's go to the people's house and see what they say. Let's go. Where the real Indians at in Lacombe. Not some Creoles that decided to get a charter in 2007, which on that charter, you got Karen Raymond and all of these people on that charter. Now, Karen Raymond runs the museum. She part of running that museum. She also finished as the cousin to the niece or something to Peter Kuzan. You see what I'm saying? That's a Creole game. It ain't going nowhere. And I'm telling you, Creoles, back off. Karen, you is out of the Kuzan Lafrere family. You know good and well you ain't been living as no Indian. You didn't even, none of y'all wanted to be black. Now you're Indian? Oh, I understand. Indians used to be dark, Phoenix. Now in America, look like all the federally recognized, state recognized tribes look white, the majority of them, okay? So now it's popular to be an Indian because you can come out and blend with some of those people that's $5 Indians anyway. Fake will embrace fake, but real can recognize real. And Roderick, if you would have took all this time and tried to do your paperwork, you might have could have linked back with your family, but you haven't even done your paperwork. You riding on your son's birth certificate because you put Indian on your son's birth certificate. What's on yours? I didn't ask you to put your birth certificate out there. I asked you to put proof that you took this tribe over. Put proof that you are state or federally recognized. Put your proof out there. Put your receipt up. You, Linda, Gaynell, put y'all receipts up. Y'all misleading a lot of people. And if y'all, I heard some people call and says, well, Roderick is showing something that make people think he really an Indian. He's showing you his son's birth certificate. Did it tell you that that was Roderick's birth certificate? You got a right to self-identify. So he could have self-identified. I didn't know Roderick during that time when his son was supposed to be an Indian on his records because Roderick's supposed to be an Indian. So Roderick could have been talking about Mardi Gras Indians or whatever. Because Roderick daddy didn't have Indian on his stuff. And none of the rest of Roderick aunts and uncles had Indian on their stuff. So how a non-Indian all of a sudden got Indian on his paperwork without going through proper procedures? You thought about that, Phoenix?
I thought that was interesting.
He didn't show his mama or his daddy or him, his son. Because by then he understood you got a right to identify.
Honestly, I didn't think that he had any living parents. You know, the way he acts, I really didn't think that he would embarrass or shame any family member to this capacity.
But Roderick's daddy is dead. And Roderick's mom lived in New Orleans. Since he want to tell everybody else business, she worked for the she used to work for the VA hospital. It's easy to check her out and find her. Since you want to put everybody else's name, mama name out there. Okay? So, you know, Roderick, let's don't throw people mama names out there. Let's not try to do all this stuff. Because you have a mother too. Okay? So you want to draw attention to other people's mother, somebody can draw it to yours too. But Roderick's mother, Roderick's family, he done rattled up a few cousins that he have with him on his silver side. And that's about it. He don't have his mom with him because I don't think his mom agree with what he doing anyway. Because she know he lying. She know her child is lying. She know her child is messy. She just can't control that loose car going down the road called Roger Silvers. So he's gonna just have to run loose till he crash. Cause he don't have sense enough to stop and just gone on and give up on the situation. He's gonna continue to prove himself right. And he about as right as much hair you have on his head, which is none. Just as shiny wrong as your head shiny. You know, you ought to have been taking your energy trying to find your real paperwork. But you rather use it to run a coin game. You know, I don't understand people like that. I like the show that you named Criminal Minds because that's what we're dealing with, criminal minds. They can sit down and think of everything devious. But Roderick, we're going to do some things. We're going to help people get some history on here. And then the history tells the truth when people research it for themselves. But you went to a Creole society, baby. That's not the Indian community. And if you can get you 600 Creoles together, and if they stupid enough to give you their money, so be it. So be it. Because then that's just them not listening. But I will tell you this about Lacombe. It's not an easy place to get over on. It's not. They don't take kindly to people conning their old people and their children and deceiving the community. You better get the rap sheet on Lacombe. Lacombe been in their own world bothering nobody. And we don't need outsiders coming into Lacombe trying to coin our people. Phoenix, do you have any questions?
I just definitely wanted to make a mention of the 300 plus tribal members that he said that he acquired from you, or that they basically flat out left you. And I just want to make it clear that I was able to speak to some of your tribal members, and they sound quite happy with where they are with you. And they are very frustrated, and it was very hard for them to maintain silence during this time with Roderick and Janelle and, you know, the things that you were unfortunately exposed to. But I got to speak to quite a few people, and nothing of which Roger said in order to gain any kind of entertaining circle, or none of it was true.
Well, he failed to realize our people don't mind talking. They just weren't talking because I asked him not to say anything. He inboxed them to be friends. I told him, go ahead on and be his friend. Let's see where this fool going. He got a whole lot of people over there. If that's his members, tell him he need to go check them out and see if that's really your friends and members. Roger called getting friends on his page, Phoenix. He called that members. What that sound like to you? You know, some of them told me the other day, Roger, if you're listening, I'm going to tell you, you had a gentleman called you, he said. He made contact with you. Want to know what was your problem? Why you didn't answer him? Why you didn't tell him what your problem was? You got people on that page that's not even kin to you. You got people on that page that could be kin to you, but they're not with you. Show us your 300 members that you took from me. Please show them to us. Because the state of Louisiana and a lot of the agencies know my people. Show them to me. You know good and well you don't have my people. You don't have them, bro. What I'm going to start doing is bringing them on, Phoenix, so they can talk for themselves. What they think about a Roderick. And have he taken over this tribe? ADAD, y'all been had by Roderick and Linda. You been had, brother. It ain't that easy for you to steamroll us down here. And you come wrong, you go into jail too. Now I'm telling you now. So y'all need to reorganize yourself to Carolina or Texas or wherever the heck y'all are at. Because you ain't running nothing in Louisiana. And Roderick, you having a problem running that taxi cab, letting on trying to run this. How many things I see I got a message coming in? Let me see. Okay, got my message. Thank you, Mr. Waldo. This is what I want y'all to understand. I was asked, some of the people y'all want to hear a little more history. Well, here's the history. Bonfacai and Lacombe, the lower part of Lacombe. If you go to Lacombe and the people that say they from down the bayou and from Bonfacai, they know who they are. They know their Indian heritage linked back to Bonfacai. Just like you see today, somebody messing history up. White folks was writing stuff before, and they wrote what they wanted to write. They give you the name they want to give you. They done called us Cola Pisa. They done called us Choctaw, Bayou Lacombe, Choctaw, Lake Pontchartrain, Choctaw, St. Tammany, Choctaw. They gave us a lot of names. But things, you know what? I think you have a copy of my recognition that somebody stole a copy and put into circulation out of that group that Johnny Aborigine said was given to him by Gaynell and Lyrica.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have that close by, please, could you read the part of the description of who we are? Because Bayou Lacombe can't be used by Roderick and them because it's part of our recognition. Am I right?
That is correct. I don't have it in front of me. It's actually in my old phone, but I do have a copy of it.
Let me see, can I pull one right quick? Let me see. Hold tight. I don't know if I have a copy with me or in here or not, but I got something. Otherwise, what we'll do is when we come back again, I'll bring that. Let me see, I want to find something. Okay. Further request gives accountability of who the so-called Colapisa or the tribe from St. Tammany was. And he pretty much let it be known that even the people they call Colapisa was the same people who is the Choctaw people, who he said he cared for. Okay? So I was told that this book is online and people need to go read the book about Choctawima. Because if he would do that, or anybody would do that, you would find out that some of the stuff Roderick, you need to read that book, UNADAD. You start finding out who some of these older names that moved into that area as some of the older settlers. And when you get in there, you'll start finding names like Malone, Francois Courier, and these type people. You will find the Ducree and the Cruzans.
Oh, I found a hot tamale by accident.
How?
I found a hot tamale by accident.
What you found?
Chief Ron Strongbow, United Band of Muskogee Indigenous People, on the newagepod.org page.
A who what page?
New Age Quad. This is the same page that Hemok was on some years ago with his white wife that was dressed in the Nefertiti garments that showed up in the courthouse in Tennessee.
Yeah. So now you're telling me Ron Strongbow is on that page?
He has a tribe, yes, ma'am. We are pleased to announce the reestablishing of our indigenous people of the Americas. The band is concentrated in the southeast corridor of North America, including all those who have moved from Mississippi to Tennessee. Our chief is Ron Strongbow, who is brave and active leader. The initiative to collaborate with other chiefs who are reestablishing our indigenous people, who are the true original Indians of North America. As many of you know, the Negro people have been declassified under several labels. Current title, African Americans. We here at Tennessee, Mississippi, United Band of Muskogee Indian people, are reassigning and helping people to reconnect back to their original roots based upon their family history, location, genealogy, documentation, etc. It doesn't matter. If you have been told you have Indian in your family, we will help you find your true nation. Before the reclassification of our indigenous people, we were part of many tribes based on location of land. It is our greatest pleasure to begin the journey with you and all of us reunite as the true indigenous people of our Indian country, aka North America. And then it has $25 membership, and it has a couple of web links. And there is a disclaimer here. We are the United Nation of Muskogee Indigenous People. We're not associated with any anti-white government groups or individuals, Moorish or sovereign-based groups upon self-proclaimed paperwork or adjacent documents. Our indigenous is based upon our natural rights along with our genealogy and or documents to our lineage to our ancestors. Please sustain from applying if your intentions are other than what we stand for, which is original indigenous people of this North America. And it also has another link, and it says Tennessee BUGE, Cheeto, Bob Cheeto, Chief R.C. Steinhan, Volume Macomb Tribe, Chief Woya, and Big Chief Roderick. Chief Woya, Linda Tahane. Let's see. Our group, one of the groups is in this United Band is the Bayou Lacone Tribe of the old Florida parishes. Their leader is Linda Tahane. Oh, this is interesting.
Where you found that at? Send that one to me. Got it.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I have to upload that page. Okay, this is what I want to read out of a book. It was from the Time-Picayune, the Daily Time. This is way back in Father Roquette days. They said that the when were the first white inhabitants in the Choctaw country heard of? A reporter for the Daily Picayune asked Father Roquette. The reporter had called on Father Roquette at the Archdiocese in New Orleans, his city of residence. I think the Creoles first plowed into St. Tammany Parish at the end of the century. Do y'all hear that?
Yes, ma'am.
Was the age of the missionaries' response. He says, and by Creole, Father Roquette meant American. Y'all got that? Now he the first person to use it, and he said Creole, Father Roquette meant American or native of the American soil. Y'all got that? Had nothing to do with Indian. We are talking about leaving from France into America. Are you with me? And it says this way, Adrian Roquette referred to himself as a Creole, even though his parentage was French. His father having come to New Orleans from France in 1800, and his mother a native-born Louisianian. Did y'all get that? Did y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So his mother was a native-born, not an Indian, a native-born Louisianian. All right? Meaning her people got here in the 1700s too. Okay. The early white settlers in St. Tammany Parish, the frontiersmen of the North Shore, were a truly unique group. Their European origin were French, Spanish, German, English, and Irish. Their reasons for coming to the North Shore was as vague: traders, businessmen, farmers, fugitives, and tradesmen. Yet they had a common link the land, the water, and the riches of natural resources. The travel of the white settlers posed the first problems. Listen, the first problems for the wandering bands of Choctaw, Biloxi, and Shafunta. See, they classified them different. Choctaw, Biloxi, and Shafunta. Okay? So Shafunta was something else, wasn't it? And the Colapisa, who were present within the parish at the time. The European newcomers settled and homesteaded large tracts of land freely roamed over by the Indians. Over the years, fences began to appear, designating a European settler's claim to the land. Did that cover that pretty much? Y'all with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Listen to this one. Shortly after the settling of New Orleans in 1718, the economic binds between the struggling city and the vast North Shore wilderness, vaguely referred to as El Leroy Cordu Lac, the other side of the lake, became intertwined. The economic bonds remain to this day. Well, this come out the 1700s and the 1800s. Creole, not mixed with a little bit of this or a little bit of that. It was the first French people who was in the United States, okay? So Creole does not mean you have Indian in you. And I am Shafunta. Now, Roderick and them is coming around with some names of Chautauqua. Where did that come from? What is Chautauqua? It was nothing that our people ever had. Never. So, we got fake tribes. Now you say that they are put on this fraud alert. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
this happened. This was put up back in January of 2019.
So they've been out there on the list being investigated, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, as I said, we are Shafunta, Choctaw tribe. I don't know who them people is, but they done made up a tribe that never existed in our area. And it does not say we all was in no Lacombe. It says St. Tammany. Not sure. So why is all of them trying to get into one street in Lacombe? Please tell me. Please tell me. And I'm glad that this article you just read links Linda, Roderick, and Strongbow. And you said that was on that fraud watch thing?
Yes, ma'am.
So that means people have really been turning them in.
Yeah.
All the while for conning them. Well, Roderick and Linda, there y'all go. You're famous now. You can be Googled. What we need to do with that one is hashtag it and put it on the hashtag Linda, hashtag Roderick, and anybody looking for any of them fake tribes, hashtag Neville's, they'll pull this stuff up.
That comes up when you
actually they named and changed because they was using their first fake name on that one. Okay, they've got new names now. See, they not Bayou Lacombe, Choctaw, the old Florida parishes now. They are Chautauqua of Bayou Lacombe, Choctaw. So I'll make sure this week I get with those people, whoever did that article, and put that post and let them get the rest of their names to add to it. Anybody out there have something to say? I was just told we got a nice sized audience out there listening. I want to say to the ones of y'all that's on here listening, evidently y'all want to get to the truth so you can help block these people from your community, both your online community and your community at large that you live in. I appreciate y'all keep coming up. This is our only way to get you the news of what's going on with this scam. And we're going to keep you posted. And we need you to keep your communities posted. These are scums. We could talk about Donald Trump, the white folks, but what's touching us is people cornering our own people that look like our people. Yep, Donald Trump being, they voted to do the impeachment just today. And if he did something wrong, which he did, he deserved what he get. And he's the president of the United States, Phoenix. But if he did wrong, he's supposed to go through what he's going through. And if it go for the president, I'm surely it go for 33rd Masons and everything else that's misusing their positions. Okay, Phoenix? Because I've been told they 33rd. Okay, 33rd. You're making your organization look bad, like I told you. Prince Hall was supposedly put together to help with their people and protect the land and the children and the women. Those are the things that you are targeting. And they need to come get you. Your people in that Prince Hall need to come get Roderick and the other little Masons that you got with you. AD and Charlie Anderson. You need to come get y'all. Y'all making their organization look terrible. They have worked hard to build that organization. And some scums is going to tear it down, trying to make $25 per head per month with a $100 down payment. You get your name out there. You on fraud alert. You up there putting me up there with fraud. That was white people said I was a fraud because my skin color was black and my hair is kanky. So, you know, and curly. So that was the people who criticized me from speaking Phoenix at the Kellogg Foundation thing that year. And they set out to prove because of the color of my skin that I was a fraud. Because, you know, in America now, all Indians supposed to be white. And I didn't fit the criteria of what white folks want to say is an Indian. And yeah, Roderick, they did say I was a fraud. But I'm still helping my people. And them calling me a fraud because of my hair or my color. And I noticed you said I buy my stuff from Hobby Lobby. Well, you know, and from China. Them beads y'all wear for Mardi Gras come from China too. I don't see you out there making bead, my brother. So yes, I buy my bead and I buy my fabric. And so do all other Indians in America. They buy it from somewhere. They're not out there looming fabric out of silk, worm. They're not out there taking cotton and making yarn and then turning it into fabric. We all buy our stuff from one of these stores. Yes, we do. So that little joke wasn't a funny joke. It actually tells the truth on all of the Indians in America. That all the Indians have to turn to buying something from somewhere. I like my turquoise because it matched my brown skin. I don't wear it because it represents my tribe. I wear it because it matched my skin. Brown and turquoise look good together. So I buy by taste. Just like the people who was Pan-African wore dashikis and whatever them little hats they put on their head. They not in Africa, they in America, but they were wearing it. I wear what I want to buy. But I ain't corning nobody for my money. That's your game. And you're right. I eat coon. Next time, spell it with 2 O's. It's C-O-O-N, not C-O-N. I love coon. That's a part of my culture. I was raised up eating that. At least I can go hunting. You don't even know how to hunt. You're but too scared to go in the woods. I hunt. And I love coon and deer and squirrel and rabbit. You thought that was a joke when you put that on your page? No, brother, that's some of the main meals I like. You the one got to get your food from Walmart or somewhere. I can hunt and fish for mine. That didn't degrade me because I'm a Native American. We've been eating out these woods for generations and generations. There was no Walmart. And let me tell you another thing. I smoke cool cigarettes, not Filter King. I smoke Cool Long. And I drink Coca-Colas. What's the problem with that? That's not illegal. I buy them at the regular store. The store licensed to sell and I'm old enough to buy it. What that was supposed to mean, you know, that's third grade stuff. Let's stick to something that you're going to prove about Chief. Not what cigarettes she smoked, what cold drinks. Anybody know me know I'm going to drink Coca-Cola. My mama too. She drunk her. Brother, everybody. What did you tell somebody about me? Nothing. Nothing. Can't say you know, y'all have said that my mama, something wrong with her. I don't know what y'all said was wrong with her, but my grandpa, not my grandpa, let Gay Nail say it. I don't even think my daddy. Y'all know everybody's business but your own. I think my husband is still my husband if y'all ain't changed him. I've been having him for 44 years, getting ready to make 45. I got 3 children. What else you want to know about me? I got 2 grandbabies. And I'm still with my husband, and I still got my children, and I raised my 3 children. Your behind ain't raised your children, and you don't even have this first woman you started with. You're a gigolo. A gigolo. And they got a lot of women that don't do nothing else but pick up gigolos. And just so happen you are one. Okay? A gigolo and a jean wearing troll. Trying to coin people. Now one of y'all don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. Has been, never been. And make women mad to see men like y'all. You're a disgrace to the word man. But you want it to be known. And you're getting there. Your works is speaking for itself, my brother. Your works is speaking. And Linda, you back there hiding, come on out. Because you let them use you. Now your name listed with their names as a con artist. And along with Hemok. Y'all are well known for your works. Thievery. Y'all up in the big league now. You're in the big league. Crooks. Now when you want to ride my name again, think about it. I also buck people off. Get off my name. I wouldn't have been out here on this, whatever this is, blog, radio, or whatever, if you wouldn't have been using my name and messing with my people. Y'all should have went created hopscotch, whatever tribe, and went on about your business. But you want to take something. You know, to take something, you got to bring something with you to take it. Told you don't let me fool you. You should have checked me out. I'm going to chase you all the way back up into the womb of your mama. To prove to the people you're a bald-headed crook. Bumming with a troll. And Linda, I can't figure you out yet. You don't fit no category. Just stupid. A straight stupid woman letting these men use you to get your butt locked up. And you done already had a stroke. And you out here letting these people use you like a fool woman. Get yourself together. You got children and grandchildren. You know what y'all doing. You lied and connived. But you rather go to your grave or to the jail before you tell the truth and just stand up. You'll never apologize. I keep hearing Phoenix asking y'all for to give an apology and other people. You know y'all ain't gonna apologize. You got too much pride. And pride come before destruction. Oops, I forgot. Y'all don't believe in the Bible. Y'all don't believe in God. You're gonna be calling on him though. You're gonna be singing Kumbaya. Oh, it's over with. You messed with the wrong one. Linda, if I was you, I'll go apologize to your people in Michigan. Give them back whatever you done took from them and apologize. Anytime you scam your cousins and your uncle for some gigolos, a nomad troll, and a bald head fool, and 2 singing people that need help for themselves. They're going to be singing cry, cry, cry behind the bars. And that's where you're supposed to be. Just like Donald Trump, he the president, but they kicking his butt. What made y'all think nobody was going to come after y'all doing wrong stuff? That's one good thing about the Constitution of the United States. If you know how to use it, you can use the law to get rid of crooks. No matter how big and what position you have. Because I think last time I checked, none of y'all was Rockefellers or Rothschilds or Morgans or Chases or none of that. Y'all behind with some broke black folks trying to get over on some other people. Playing up on people's sympathy. I had a lady tell me today, somebody told her she had to pay $300 to some of them people out that group to do her genealogy. And she thinking, okay, these people say they help you do your genealogy, it don't cost nothing. Yeah, $300. So that's some more money that we don't know about, Phoenix, that's separate from the $100 down payment and the $25. You understand?
Yes, and it's terrible if we're giving their stuff over to Deborah Cooper, whom they all describe as crazy and retarded and, has all of these problems, but somehow she is convincing people to give her their genealogy.
Well, she see, like the lady I talked to today, she see people at the library, or she see people when they're in Covington at the courthouses in records, and then she tells them she's a genealogist for 16 years. It's only going to cost them $300 and some.
That's not what she said. I've been doing genealogy for 16 years. Oh my gosh. She did genealogy for your tribe for over 20 years.
She couldn't do genealogy on our people. Anybody in my family know, and people around here, I don't need nobody to do genealogy. I can tell you what to go look for in the record department. Deborah can't do my genealogy. Deborah can't do my people genealogy. Hold on for a minute. Deborah did genealogy. Let me see something. No, we'll do a show with my people on there so we can bring up Deborah and how much she done did their genealogy. How that sound?
Sounds great.
I'm going to bring some of my people on there, especially the ones that been my aides ever since I've been the chief. And they already worked with their elders before I was the chief. Let's see how much genealogy Deborah done. I want to know who genealogy she done. She can't do her own. And like I told the lady today, if you had been stupid enough to give that woman $300, when somebody already had did your genealogy in your family, you've been looking real stupid. $300 you gave away for nothing. Nothing. And what is they doing with these people genealogies and they social security numbers and birth certificates? If anybody out there and gave these people this stuff, you need to send to them a certified letter to get them to return your stuff. Cease and desist. You need to make them pay you your money back. Because you've been frauded. And again, call the FBI. Now you got this other organization. Call them too. Because they being tracked in more than one direction. Do not get caught up with these groups so your name do not be put on a national fraud list. Stay off these national fraud lists. If you know your parent was not in that tribe, don't fool with that tribe. If your grandparents wasn't associated with that tribe, don't fool with it. And these people that's making up these tribes, gonna get a lot of people in trouble. Phoenix, I was asked to go speak to something in Texas tonight, and I'm thinking about it. Like I told the lady that called me, because there's a gathering of black folks who now are saying they're Indian chiefs and tribes. And like I told her, the only reason I'll come is to let y'all know that if you're not right, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Following this fraudulent stuff. I haven't said if I'm going or not. Because, again, I don't want to be sitting on no panel with some people and look up and see a Hemock or Roderick or Linda or Gaynell or any of them walking in the room. Because I'm leaving. and would be really pissed if I spent my money to go help them or to speak for them and see that trash coming through the door. And like I said on the show last night, that troll can't hide. Go look at his picture. Study these people's faces. And if you see something look like a troll wearing jeans with a red streak going down the chin, that's the troll. Get him out your neighborhood.
That's him out.
If you see a bald head man look like he's sick, look like he got something wrong with him, he don't look like he's standing straight, look like he got the rickets, that's Roderick. Get him out your neighborhood. If you see a woman and everything tilt to one side, and you can see the strong side, weak side, people that already told me this one. I showed a man that picture, he said she didn't have a stroke. Yes, she did. So if you see a woman looking like she didn't have a stroke and everything twisted to one side, that's Linda. If you see a woman with a wig going in every direction, and you don't know if she's a cowboy or who, and she look like Howdy Doody, don't pay her to do your genealogy. That's Deborah, Howdy Doody. I'd rather call them by these names because they done made up some names nobody can say. They got spelling. But go to Howdy Doody page and look at her pictures and you'll see Howdy Doody. If you see her on your page or you see her in your community, warn the people that the scammers have made it to your neighborhood. Call the FBI and let them know that you have spotted them working your area, your apartment building, your community, or your church. Sometimes they're in the libraries or they're in the court records, digging for your information so they know how to target you. Let the law enforcement locally know. You can let your local police department know. You can let the DA know, or you can go straight to the FBI and say they are in my community. And if your community is not aware of what a black identity extremist is, well, the FBI will be your level. They do know. And it'll be their job to teach your community that they now have black identity extremists moving into their community to work it. Black, color description. Identity, they want to pretend they're Indians in their identity. Extremists, they'll go to the extreme to accomplish their scam. Black identity extremists. Any questions out there? Any questions?
Let me see if there's any questions out there. But I would like for you to clear something up, Chief. There's a small little thing that Skyhand insists that you asked him to help him with a project that seems to boost his level of what he thinks is importance. But I know what you said to him, but could you clarify, because he has told people that you just asked him to work on a project with him.
Skyhand, like I told you, I used to say bipolar. I told you my son and daughter say he's tripolar. So I agree with them. He's tripolar. Skyhand was in a conversation with me and Mr. Waldo, and I was explaining to him with the stupidity that's going on out here. There were major things that need to be attended to in this country, besides a bunch of scam artists trying to pretend they're Indians. And one example, because it's on 1 hour conversation when he was laughing at the Nevilles for going to jail, and he was reading me the search warrant, okay? On the same night, he read me the search warrant, and I was explaining to him that there were serious things. Like in Oklahoma, I told him, they got people who can't eat because they are being classified by color as Freemans. And they're not allowed to eat off the money that the government pay to feed the Indian people in Oklahoma. But they are part of a federal ban, recognized ban of the Black Sumanaw. And I told him, instead of doing stupid stuff, why don't you join forces with me, brother, and let's raise money and pay for these people food for a year. That's what I told him. So he's not the only person that have been talked to about doing this. And Mr. Waldo was on the telephone, so it was no personal Nothing that me and him can do. This is in the midst of a conversation of me trying to get him from going back and forth with everybody and stirring the pot. So I was trying to show him how to take his spoon and stir up something good. But he chose to stir it up on the negative, and he got the fire a little too hot, and the pot then just boiled flap over on his dumb behind. He got them thinking he's legit. You just read the paper. He's on the watch just like Hema. Did I clear that?
Yes.
I don't need Skyhand, Strongbow, RC, Strongbow, Ron, Chris Carter, or Hemok, or Roderick, or Linda to do anything. I've been doing these things way before any of them ever tried to come on the scene with their scam. So I don't need them for no projects. None. I'm just waiting on their court date so I can go see. That's going to be my big project. Go sit in court and listen at these fools try to lie. Roderick says to somebody the other day in New Orleans, well, why the FBI haven't came got me yet? Stupid fool, it ain't Christmas yet. Santa Claus come for Christmas, you remember? Only thing he ain't gonna be telling you, ho, ho, ho. He gonna be telling you, let's go. And he's not gonna be dressed in a red suit. Maybe you might go for your birthday on the 24th. Maybe it's scheduled around giving you a birthday Christmas present this month. That would be nice. To give you that gift for your birthday and Christmas. Since your birthday is 24th and Christmas is 25th. So that little thing you put up there with his little school picture, I get to see how old he is. He too old to be stupid. Too old to be stupid. Old desperate people trying to con people because they ain't got nothing. I think this is their last straw to try to have something. But Roger, they're gonna get you, baby. Don't worry. Your ticket already paid for. You paid for it. Linda, your ticket paid for. Skyhand, yours is paid for. You just waiting on the train to stop. That's all. Now, every time I knock at your door, you gotta wonder who's knocking at your door. You want it to be already over with, so you know where you're staying. Nah. Wait for the knock at your door. Santa Cop gonna be there. Santa Cop. And he don't have a sack on his back. He have handcuffs on his side. And you know what? You don't get a picture with Santa Claus on his lap. You get one standing by yourself in front of camera. Like Gaynell, Lyrica, and Bird. Merry Christmas, baby. Y'all have set yourselves up publicly. And we're going to run it on YouTube so that the public can be looking at this forever. Ever and ever. What happens to crooks and con artists. And I want the people out there that's listening, because we got a good room full. Listen at this room full. There's enough of y'all to flood the media with this. Don't look at just the white folks. Look at the one that's your color that can get the closest to you. We are talking about black crooks. And they up there talking about what the white folks done did. Nah, it ain't the white folks. It's y'all. It is y'all. Y'all have an issue. You're broke. And you're trying to get rich with the last little years you got. All I can tell you, where y'all going, hope they got soap on the rope, because you don't want your soap to fall. I'm going to close on that one thing. Soap on the rope.
I get it, Chief. I get it. Appropriately so. I'm not sure why I have a little bit of echo. I'm going to try and turn it down. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. So yeah, guys, it's really not hard. I'm going to post some of these links. I'm going to post them on the YouTube, on the page and YouTube in the back. So you'll be able to see them. But check out some of these people. Look at, you know, the Chata Ogla tribe of the Bayou Lacombe parishes. Check out their public Facebook pages. Look at some of the people. You'll see who likes. Look at who likes the comments on these people, and you'll see the associations. Certainly the ones that are a little bit older, You know, at that point, people were still smitten with the idea that maybe they weren't frauds. But anything in recent activity, if you see on these people pages, and after all of this information, and it's still not even over, like it's really not even done, journalistically expressing how foul this is and how deep this rabbit hole goes and how close it was to us. This is not some conspiracy theory that, you know, you hear about all these other things. This is actually happening. This is actually something that we have witnessed firsthand. This is going to be a part of history because we're setting the precedent to make sure that these things don't happen. Every time we try to get organized, you got to look at the people that are actually scamming. It's not the goddamn bad guy. Let me just say that, you know, and I take the brunt of a lot of, you know, anger and animosity for some of the way, you know, I don't know if it's my delivery. I really don't care. But what I am always going to promise is to deliver no bullshit news, especially when it comes down to how it can affect us here in Indian country and going forward. We're going to look to do things that'll strengthen us and not weaken us. And these people are absolutely in the way. So check out that page. Mr. Walto dropped the link in the chat. I'm also going to drop it on the community page as well, so it'll be available for you to see. I'm going to throw up some pictures on there. The picture of Roderick, you're going to have to like kind of monitor him because he dropped like 150 pounds. So he doesn't look the same as he did before. He looks very unhealthy and sickly. Yeah, he's probably got something going on. He has the spirit of Edward Brown Bear. You know, I hate to say it, but, you know, everybody knows from Final Battle how just, you know, unpleasurable and just always disgruntled, angry, and, you know, just the epithets and the negative connotations that constantly smell. We would like to say that it was contributed to the disease that he was carrying, which ultimately led to his demise. And, you know, we didn't make light of it. And we hope that some of that we actually could contribute some of the horrific and macabre things that would come out of his mouth. We attached it to the cancer and not really to him, because maybe, you know, we didn't get a chance to know Edward Brown Bear, but he certainly didn't scam us. As prejudiced and biased as he was, he certainly wasn't involved in any scam or anything of this capacity. But I find it quite odd how Skyhand and Roderick have went to get information which they thought was going to be defamatory towards me,